Hello folks, your captain of the Stormguard and Hedgewolf here. The creator behind Multiversal Paradox, etc, etc. But that's not why I'm here. You're probably wondering a few things. Where the hell is Hulk vs. Godzilla React? Well, I'm gonna come clean with this. I did not enjoy the episode. I did not have a good time with it. The footage that I had for the episode corrupted. The episode broke me so bad it pissed me off. Like, I don't want to fake my reactions, okay? Like, I want my reactions to be genuine, authentic, and entertaining, which I usually do anyways. But when an episode pisses me off to the point where I'm not having fun, then it's not fair for me or the viewer. In the case of Hulk vs. Godzilla, it pissed me off. And, put simply, it was an episode I didn't want, it was a matchup I didn't want, and it was a matchup I could care less for. And yet, here we are, making a video talking about why this react is not happening. And yeah, the footage, I'm going to tell you what happened. I had the footage, it was at the end, and seeing Hulk win, actually no, Hulk didn't even technically win. It was Bruce Banner that won. It wasn't even the whole purpose of it being called Hulk vs. Godzilla is for it to be Hulk vs. Godzilla, not, oh, Scientist Man versus Godzilla. Like, it doesn't say Bruce Banner versus Godzilla in the title. That's the whole misleading factor. And you might be saying to yourself, but Storm, Hulk and Banner are the same person. No, they are not. They are not the same person. They are literally, they may house the same body, but they are not the same person. Hulk and Banner have different personalities to make them different characters. And Godzilla, where was the other forms? The only forms that I saw in that fight were -1 and Ultima, and hints and dashes of Shin Godzilla. And by hints and dashes of Shin Godzilla, I mean in the moment where Ultima was firing his atomic breath at Hulk with that weird device that Banner crafted. And yes, this is literally pointing out a singular point reference. It was literally just Singular Point Marvel Edition. That's literally what this was. But I'm gonna be dead serious. Like I just said earlier. I want my reactions to be genuine, authentic, and fun, and entertaining for the viewer. But if it's a thing that's gonna piss me off, then what's really the point? Right? What's really the point of doing something if you're not gonna have fun? So, with that being said, where do I go from here? Since the last react I did was Spider-Man vs. Deku. We skip over to Maka vs. Ruby. That's pretty much the only plan at that point. We just skip over this one. The one that is behind me. And, yeah, and I'm gonna even be dead honest, the last time I was this pissed off was Gogeta vs. Vegeta. Sure, I could count versus Frieza versus Megatron, and yes, I did apologize for that one, by the way, even though that one I did have a little more fun with. But I'm gonna be dead honest, Gogeta vs. Vegeta was one of those episodes I did not have fun with. And it was an example of an episode that shouldn't have happened at goddamn all. Like, if you wanted a fusion fight, play the video games. No need for a actual versus fight to the death. Like, there was no point on that. But this isn't about the fusion fight. This is about Hulkzilla. Hulkzilla shouldn't have happened because Godzilla had so many other opponents you could have easily given me a tokusatsu matchup and seen Godzilla fight Ultraman, and I still would have had fun. Because I love tokusatsu. But the problem is, you're pitting tokusatsu against a comic book character that shouldn't have even happened at goddamn all. Like, that's the thing. Did they even mention the fact that Godzilla beat Superman? No. Did they mention the fact that Godzilla aimed gamma radiation? No. Like, they didn't mention, like, the whole idea of compositing Godzilla. Like, this is my biggest gripe with this. The whole point of compositing Godzilla is to include everything. And when I saw that episode, I literally saw only Ultima in the second half of the fight, and -1, and a dash of Shin Godzilla in the second half. But, like I said, the dash of Shin Godzilla in the second half was the tail laser coming out of Ultima's tail. That was it. So, and the other biggest gripe that I have is they actually decided for the third round to incorporate the third round of Hulk fights. Like, I'm not saying this is Hulk vs. Godzilla round 3. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, this was Hulk's third death battle. And you misled it by making it not even Hulk fighting Godzilla in the second half, but it's more Banner fighting the monster. Like, what? There was no point of that. Like, you didn't even incorporate Banner in the other 2 episodes. Why even incorporate him here? Like, it makes no damn sense. And to be fair, I love Hulk. I love Godzilla. But like I said before, these 2 characters shouldn't have fought at goddamn all. Like, Hulk had Solomon fucking Grundy in the corner. Pretty much the DC equivalent of the Hulk. And you might be thinking to yourself, what, wasn't Doomsday that? No. Doomsday is Doomsday. And Doomsday is overpowered as shit. And that is why Hulk lost, because Doomsday is a busted character. And people are like, oh, but Hulk should have won against Broly. Here's the thing, it was Super Broly. If it was Z Broly, I could understand that argument heavily. Because Z Broly is a lot weaker than Super Broly. Like, now, granted, sure, they could have incorporated Banner into Hulk vs. Broly. But here's the thing. How do you do it? Like, how are you gonna get Banner to study sane physiology to try to cop out a con win? But anyways, I've been at this for a while. Sorry if my streams and VODs have been slowing down, as well as the videos. It just didn't help that I've been busy with my own Gmod projects. It's just... and the other issue being, what the hell do I stream? It's the typical streamer not knowing what they want to do. So, there's that. Hopefully, Maka vs. Ruby will get me some enjoyment out of it. It will be fun. And as for what I rate Hulk vs. Godzilla, I'm rating it a 1 out of 10. Not because, oh, you son of a bitch, you hate these characters, you don't like them. No, it's because it angered me so bad. I didn't have fun. I want my reactions to be genuine, authentic, and entertaining. If I don't do that, then what's the freaking point? There's no point in faking something. Like, that's like saying, oh, I faked the Titanic sinking, or I faked this. That doesn't do that. That's not how that works. But you like in short, I didn't have fun with Godzilla versus Hulk. I had a bad time. The footage got damaged, and there was no way I could salvage it. And yes, I even am looking at my laptop right now and clicking on the file of the footage that I had, and it says corrupted. That shows you how bad this episode was for me. So, yeah, like I said, I'm hoping Maka versus Ruby is a lot more entertaining. I'm sorry if I'm running on one cup of coffee when I'm making this. That just goes to show you I'm doing this unscripted. So, there you go. Uh, Hopefully things go better. I hope to see you on the next VOD and stream. Till then, your captain of the Storm Guard and Hedge Fleet is signing off. I'll see you all in the next video, so good day, people.